While looking at the power sector, there is something that Nigerians expect in the build up to the Nigeria of all our dreams, the dreams of over 200 million people. And that's why we have brought that package, a feature package by Francis Ogbe, to throw more light and open our conversation on the power sector outlook for 2023. Dr. Engineer Idowu Oyebanjo is here with us to address that. Doctor, how are you doing? Welcome to Weekend Deal. And why I'm adding doctor to engineer is because you've just completed your PhD in power systems in Manchester, United Kingdom.
Sure.
Wow, wow. Okay, I'm being asked to call for a short break. We're taking a short break now. So I'll take a short break. The power sector. Now, power systems, power outlook, 2023, Nigerians are very, very optimistic and they want to really build that Nigeria of our dreams, and they believe that power plays a very integral role in that.
Yeah, certainly this is the aspiration of all. There is not going to be any kind of industrialization or economic development without power. And that is why one of the best legacies that we have in the power sector is the Presidential Power Initiative, which is a government-to-government collaboration with between the federal government of Nigeria and the government of Federal Republic of Germany, in collaboration with Siemens of Germany. So what we call the Siemens project. So
But before we go there, tell us what we have on ground. What necessitated this merger, this partnership? Because we just heard Dr. Amadi say that a lot of money, trillions of naira, has been pumped into the power sector. And we've been working assiduously to improve power in Nigeria for over 20 years. I know that past administrations under the democratic dispensation we have run uninterrupted for a while have focused on power. And we heard him say amounts have been put in that direction. So at what point did we say, let's go the PPI way? How did this partnership birth?
Okay, so this PPI came to birth of the conversation between President Muhammadu Buhari and the German Chancellor Angela Merkel, the former German Chancellor, on August 31, 2018, on how Germany and Nigeria can collaborate in the area of power sector improvement. So the last 20 years or so that you have talked about in the power sector has led the country into a situation where you have installed capacity of generation to be 13,000. So please take note of the numbers, 13,000 installed capacity. And the transmission operationally can get out 5,500
Are we
megawatts.
there? Are we there?
5,500.
Consistently there? Okay, before.
So take note of the numbers. 13,000 is what you have as the source. Then 5,500 operationally.
Sometimes.
And then to the consumers, the peak we have gotten so far is around 3,500 megawatts. So if we look at that, 13,000 from the source, 5,500 going through, then 3,500 getting to all of us in our homes, our offices. So there is this imbalance, misalignment. So how do you fix this misalignment? Then the plan is to raise, first of all, the transmission and to 7,000 megawatts, so that this 7,000 megawatts can also get to all of us consumers. So that's the plan for the first phase of the PPI. The second phase, we now had 4,000, so it takes 11,000 through the transmission network and it gets to consumers the same 11,000. And in the final phase, we are now going to have more generation, renewable energy systems, conventional power systems, we are going to now raise the total capacity to 25,000 megawatts end to end. So the generation will be 25,000 megawatt. The transmission will be able to carry 25,000
and
megawatt,
distribution as well.
and then the consumers will have the 25,000 megawatt. By that time, we will all be smiling.
Let me shake your hand this new year, Bear. I like this talk. I love this talk. I love this talk. This is Nigeria of our dreams.
Thank you.
Let us get to the nitty-gritty. How soon?
Yeah, the first thing that I have to say is that if you have, and I know you have been aware of what's going on in the power sector, Nigerians are also aware. This year alone, before May 2023, we will have 1,320 MVA of capacity of power that will be unlocked in the Nigerian power system. That's coming from the 10 power transformers that Siemens has already delivered in the country, as well as additional 10 mobile substations that will be coming. This will give us 1,320 MVA of capacity that will be unlocked in the Nigerian power system. This will be distributed all over the country. Now, so that is part of this phase one we have talked about. And then we also have some legacy projects in the Nigerian power sector that need to be completed.
What do you mean legacy projects?
So there are projects that are in this country that have continued, or they've been started, not completed, they are yet to be completed. They are going to be completed hopefully this year. You have hydropower projects like the Zungeru project. It's going to be completed pretty soon. We have the Kudenda in Kaduna also. We have Gurara as well, some 40 megawatt projects here and there. So all of these projects will bring more power on stream, and then the important thing is to build the transmission infrastructure as well as distribution infrastructure that will carry this power to Nigerians, and that's one of the key elements of the Presidential Power Initiative.
Interesting. Yeah. Two things that interest me, and I'm sure interest Nigerians as well. Affordability. You've told us about accessibility soon. Let's talk about affordability. Already, the tariff has gone up. Some people are groaning. We have inflation in so many, everyone is talking about it, and we hear it's not unique to us. But in spite of that fact, combine that with other out-of-pocket expenses. Many people have costs to frown more than they smile. When you now provide us more power, 25,000 across board, generation, transmission, distribution, what is it going to cost us? Is it free?
No, as you know, if you have a product that is available and you have it in abundance, then the price goes down. Simple law of economics. So if as we provide more availability of power, tariffs will go down. So this is the aim, that we provide more of the commodity, you have the cost will naturally go down. One of the things that is so critical, which I believe will be part of the outlook for the power sector in 2023, is metering. So all customers need to be metered in Nigeria. And you have the National Mass Metering Program. That will continue.
But the president was hands-on on that.
Oh yeah. So this will be continued in 2023. And this is very critical to the development of the power system. So we look forward to a situation whereby all consumers are metered, and people only pay for what they use. So the matter of estimated billing and the way it is
must disappear totally. Disappear. It's not in the outlook of 2023. That's a cake and ancient things. We're talking modern reality these days.
Okay. So all consumers will be metered, and that's one. Then the other thing is there must be a central data management system. This is something that has to happen quickly. So if you want data, you say data is life. So if you want data of the Nigerian power system, of what generation do we have, what's the consumption in my area, where do I need to build facilities, you need to have it, and data has to be concentrated and be centralized, so this will also happen. But for all of this to happen, you need generation. So we have to solve the critical issues in generation.
Tell us.
Okay. So first and foremost, there are commercial and regulatory issues. So all of these have to be attended to. And I believe this year we'll also look into that. You have contractual issues between the generators and the gas suppliers. Predominantly, power in Nigeria is from gas sources because we have abundance of gas. So most of our gas systems, gas supply system and the gas to power system has to be looked at end to end. When I say end to end, from the source of gas, the system itself producing the gas.
Up to the consumer.
Up to the consumer. You have to look at it. You have to develop a power system with that kind of end-to-end view.
Look at it critically.
And that's how we look at power.
And we need to be honest with ourselves about areas where we're not doing well, areas where we can improve. I want to ask you something. What about security? We've had issues where people go and vandalize transformers and all of that. How are we going to work? We need to be proactive in our thinking.
Yeah, we do. You see a lot of technology-driven solutions that